Hi guys, welcome to Adam McKola TV. Adam, this is Adam McKola TV's MUFC Transfer Talk number 2, and we are live. We're expecting lots and lots and lots of these live streams and videos throughout the summer. And yo, we're 2 days into making these videos. This is the second video, and we've already got so much confusion. First things first, Amy, Governor, Brad, H5 Lion, what's that? High Five Lion? Sorry if I said that wrong. Ahmed, John, how you doing again? Cuz, Kushal, Mr. Architecture, Shane, Lee, Claude, all you guys, thank you for getting the comments. If I didn't read your comments out, I do apologize. I will try and get to all of your comments throughout this live stream. So how are you all doing today? It is a Chicago Bulls jersey. Now, I'm not a basketball fan. I'm just a fan of the jerseys. When I went to Chicago, I was looking for a Michael Jordan jersey, but because the Michael Jordan jerseys were Nike, I think, Adidas and Chicago Bulls were no longer selling them, so I couldn't find one, and I went for a rose one instead. You could walk past me in the street and I wouldn't even realise it. But anyway, thank you for getting involved. Shabir, Jake, Moore, Daniel, Mika, everybody, thank you for getting involved. So, today we're talking about David de Gea, firstly. We're going to talk all about David de Gea. And then we're going to talk about Antoine Griezmann, because there's been some more news coming out about Antoine Griezmann today. So we'll be talking about that later on into the stream. Also, guys, make sure as well... I'm guessing, Kartik, that is how United gets its sales as well in some countries. People just see them and be like, yeah, I'll buy one because I'm here, and have loads of different tops. I don't really wear football shirts. I've got a bag full of old ones here, but I don't really wear the new ones, even though I do love the new United shirt. So, yeah, we're here now. Anyway, talking about David de Gea to Madrid. Now, last night, Sky Sports... reported that there'd been a £60 million bid rejected by Manchester United from Real Madrid. Now, £60 million for David de Gea, come on, is worth a little bit more than that. Now, I know that would be a world record for a goalkeeper, but £60 million for David de Gea is far too cheap. And Sky Sports reported last night that had happened and the bid had been rejected by Manchester United. I feel like polishing Ed Woodward's head, says Keel. Yeah, can do. If he keeps David de Gea, I'll feel like polishing his head as well. And then, immediately after Sky Sports reported that £60 million bid had been rejected by Manchester United, the BBC, MEN, Telegraph, they all came out saying no bid had been received. So, confusion there already. We've got half of the media, well, Sky Sports saying that their sources are telling them there's been a £60 million bid rejected. And then we've got BBC, MEN and Telegraph saying that there's been no bid received. And even if there was, it'd be rejected. So, interesting conflict of reports there last night. Much like the Griezmann reports, there's so many different conflicting reports floating about. And the Times also said last night as well, I think it may have been Docker, but I can't remember exactly who. But they said last night, the Times, that United insist he's not leaving and he's happy at the club. Now that's interesting, because is that brief coming from Manchester United, or is that brief coming from Real Madrid? Who's that coming from? Now James says, Adam, don't react to every single rumour. Mate, all I'm doing for you is simply breaking down what has been said by whom, and then I'll give you my opinion on it. Now, I'm not totally convinced David de Gea will stay at Manchester United, but at the same time, I don't think David de Gea would force his way out of Manchester United. I think if Manchester United continue to reject bids, I think then he would end up staying. So it's an interesting one, really. And Ruli Red is out there in Jamaica. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you very much, mate. Vabav says a Griezmann question in relation to the Herrera deal. We'll talk about that a little bit later on today. As for now, we're on David de Gea. So look, I'm not overreacting to any news as such, whether it's been a £60 million bid rejected. As I said, Sky Sports says there has been, and BBC, MEN, Telegraph and The Times says there hasn't been any bids received or rejected. So very, very interesting conflict of reports in regards to David de Gea last night. Very interesting conflict of reports to David de Gea's potential move last night. Now we know the only thing that kept him at Manchester United was a simple error with a fax machine. I'll say a simple error. There shouldn't be those kind of errors with a fax machine in this day and age. Why are we still using fax machines? But we benefited from the fact that United used some password encrypted fax or some bullshit like that, some email, and David de Gea stayed at the club. So we know, yeah, that, look, Dave wants to go to Real Madrid. It's probably his ideal move to go to Real Madrid, because if he goes there, he's got his family close by to him. He's come from Atletico Madrid, so Madrid's a city that he's used to. His missus lives in Spain, so I can see why the move appeals to him. But then I can also see why he wouldn't kick up a fuss to leave Manchester United. Manchester United are back in the Champions League. Under Jose Mourinho, we should be challenging for the league title next season. And who's to say David de Gea doesn't think, yo, the only thing that's missing from my locker here at Manchester United is a Champions League trophy. He's won the lot. Premier League, League Cup, Europa League, FA Cup, Charity Shield. He's won the absolute lot at Manchester United. So could that be playing in David de Gea's mind in terms of staying at Manchester United? Could Dave be thinking that, yo, I could stay at Manchester United, try and win the Champions League. I'm not saying he's going to stay at Man United and win the Champions League, because it's not guaranteed that you win that competition. But it's something that could be going through his head, to stay at United, get the complete sweep. And maybe if he stays another year or two, I think, look, on his day, he's as good as Schmeichel and Edwin van der Sar have been. But I think his legacy at Manchester United isn't as big as theirs, because of the fact, obviously, both of them won a European Cup. They won a lot of more trophies. They played in more successful teams. But maybe that is crossing David de Gea's mind. Rick says, has he asked to leave or said he was leaving? He hasn't done either as far as we're concerned. There's been no reports of a transfer request, and there's no reports of him saying that he wants to leave. That was the police in the background. I do apologise about that. My window's open. Something's going down in the hood at the moment. Don't worry, they're not at my door. Anyway, David de Gea, will he stay? Will he go? Let's hit up some of your comments now as well. Nigel said earlier, make sure you like this video. So yes, guys, we've got 67 to 1 likes at the moment. So make sure you like this video. Hit the like button. Can we get it over 100 while I'm watching now? We've got over 350 people in the live stream at the moment too. So thank you all for joining us. You are absolute legends. Zaina says, hey, Dave's a red. Victor thinks De Gea is not going anywhere. Nermal says, can we resist Real Madrid? I think we can. Do we really need money? Do we really need money, guys? Do we need that money? I'm not about me. I need a bit of money. But do Manchester United need money? Arrested for having plastic mugs. They haven't got me yet, mate, so I can keep my plastic mug. But do Manchester United really need the money? We don't. It's already been revealed recently that Manchester United are the most valuable club in the world, or whatever it is. We're worth more than Liverpool and Chelsea put together, I think it was. And do we need £60 million, £80 million? I don't think we do. To replace David de Gea, we'd need to spend a lot. Well, who's available to replace David de Gea? You're looking at Joel Pereira, Donnarumma, very, very young. I know Donnarumma's got a lot of experience in Italy, but still very young to be moving to the Premier League. You look elsewhere, Manuel Neuer, the second best goalkeeper in the world after David de Gea. Could we sign him? No, he's not going to leave Real Madrid. So, sorry, he's not going to leave Bayern Munich. So who else is available? I don't want Real Madrid's goalkeeper. So I'm not sure, you know. I'm totally not sure about whether David de Gea is going to leave. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. But I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed either. ICJ says 65 million plus bail. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And I think we'd be lucky to get a world record fee and also Gareth Bale in the mix as well. That would be some move, wouldn't it, if we managed to pull that off. Joel's watching all the way in Australia. Thank you for getting involved, mate. Ryan says, is this only football chat, Adam? Well, at the moment we're talking De Gea. Then we're going to talk the recent rumours on Antoine Griezmann. Obviously, we did discuss some of that yesterday. And then at the end, you guys can ask some of your own questions as well. Our Black is available. A lot of you guys have said that's very true, actually. Atletico Madrid. But then again, he's from Atletico Madrid. We're going to go on to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban a little bit later. Sorry, Mika. I do apologise. I should know it's Mika. I swear. I knew that. I'm sure I said that. I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about our Black later because look, Atletico Madrid, as we know, have their ban. That ban has been held up. So they can't buy players, but they can sell players. They can't buy players, they can sell players. Reiterating that. Because I know a lot of you guys want to see Griezmann at Man United, including myself. So, Griezmann, we'll move on to that now. But as I was saying with David de Gea, yesterday Sky Sports said 60 million bid rejected. And then after that, BBC, MEN, Telegraph and Times said no bid had been received. United insisted he's not leaving and he's happy at the club. So at the moment, we don't really know what's going on with David de Gea. I wouldn't be surprised if he left. I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed. I would like Manchester United to just keep rejecting bids if they do come in because we don't need the money. Test David de Gea's nerve. Is he going to force a move? Because if he doesn't, keep him here. Even if he does want to move, just keep him here. Cameron says Donnarumma. I would love Donnarumma at United if he did leave. But at the same time, I love Joel Pereira as a young up-and-coming goalkeeper. Now, I know Donnarumma's already ahead of him because of the experience that he has and stuff like that. But bringing in another young goalkeeper for me would be detrimental to Joel Pereira's chances at Manchester United, and I really do admire him. We've got over 125 likes on the live stream now. Make sure you hit that like button if you're watching. If you're new as well to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's not a Houston Rockets, it's a Bulls jersey. I do apologise for you non-Chicago Bulls fans. It was just something I bought when I was out in Chicago. I also bought a Seattle Seahawks football jersey as well, just because I like it. I like football jerseys. I got a Miami Dolphins one as well somewhere. I prefer American football jerseys to actual football jerseys, which is a strange one. Anyway, moving on from David de Gea and on to Antoine Griezmann. By the way, thank you for your comments. Nermaus coming in with his comment. He said, did Real Madrid actually bid for David de Gea? Like I said, Sky Sports says they did and it was rejected. Elsewhere, BBC, MEN, Telegraph, Times say there was no bid as well. So we're moving on now to Antoine Griezmann. Now, if you saw my live video yesterday, I updated everyone on what had gone down in terms of what had been said officially, what was in the news, what was being reported in the media, in Spain, etc., etc. And as we know, over the last couple of weeks, we've heard from an Atletico Madrid correspondent, I think it was Antonio Ruiz, who said that Antoine Griezmann had handed in a transfer request. Now, we heard that after Antoine Griezmann, before the Europa League final, said that he was 6 out of 10. He said it on TV that he was 6 out of 10 to join Manchester United. So after he said that, then Antonio Ruiz, the Atletico Madrid correspondent out in Spain, came out and said that he had handed in a transfer request. But then we heard loads of other news. Atletico saying that no, nothing was going on, he wasn't leaving. Other people saying that there'd been an offer from Paris Saint-Germain, which was rejected by Antoine Griezmann. And also that Atletico Madrid's ban could halt any move. And now today we're hearing from everywhere, which to me suggests that it's been briefed by the club, that United have cooled their interest in Antoine Griezmann. Now, guys, we have heard a lot of these things in the past as well. We've heard just before Manchester United have made a signing how we weren't going to make that signing. As Anker says, Griezmann also was in a phone call with Jose, a random Jose in that advert, cock teasing at its finest. But apparently United, someone says put on Sky Sports News now, so let me see what's going on Sky Sports News.
Protection from sweat, protection from dry skin.
There better be something going on.
The last race of Q3.
Diminished in any way. I believe that his experience and leadership quality.
Yaya Toure signs a new contract. That's what you wanted me to say.
Appointment in seeing Fletch move on, and we wish him well. I was happy that he has chosen to accept another opportunity. He's been my
Guys, why did you make me check out Yaya Toure signing a 1-year contract. Have I just been had? Nigel says, chill guys, it's only the 1st of June, and I do totally agree with him. We do need to chill a little bit. By the way, guys, we've got over 500 people in here at the moment. 500 legends in here, at 512 legends in here at the moment. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I absolutely adore you all. I'll be trying to read your comments as well. A lot of people saying fuck Yaya. John's pointing out that England have beat Bangladesh, which they have, and Darren Fletcher's going to Stoke. Darren Fletcher, football genius. Sam White says turn on Babe Station right now because there's breaking news. Right then, so as I was saying about Antoine Griezmann, we've had a lot of mixed reports from the man himself saying 6 out of 10. He's going to go to United. And then, after we won the Europa League, Atletico Madrid the Atletico Madrid correspondent Antonio Ruiz saying that he had handed in a transfer request. And then we had mixture of reports as well. And then we got United called interest today. This has come out today literally everywhere. BBC, The Times, Telegraph, whatever it's come out in, it is there. United have called their interest in Antoine Griezmann. Now this to me stinks of a brief coming from the club. I believe they have briefed the press because look at all the reports that have come out reporting this. They're almost identical. The words they use, everything is almost identical. It's a brief. We've heard many of these things in the past just before we've signed players. Now I'm not saying I know better than anyone else and that Griezmann's definitely signing. I don't have the inside scoop at all. Not one bit. I'm just another football fan like you. But what I am doing is trying to decipher all these things that are coming in. Trying to use the past. What's happened in the past. Remember, Paul Pogba. We had the adverts. We had people saying he wasn't coming. He was coming. He's not coming. He is coming. He's staying at Juve. He's going to Real Madrid. We had so much conflicting reports. But today, Atletico Madrid's ban was stood. There was a decision made to say that Atleti's ban would stand. So they cannot buy players, but they can still sell players. Now, Antoine Griezmann has a release clause. Now, if United meet that release clause and Antoine Griezmann hands in a transfer request, it's likely he'll join the club. But Atletico Madrid can drag their heels. Now, with Atletico Madrid's ban, we know they are not going to want to sell one of their best players. We know that. You've got a transfer ban. You're not going to want to sell one of your best players. Sorry, Anchor. You're not going to want to sell one of your best players. But they're going to drag their heels over this one. It's obvious. They're going to want to try and get the full release clause. They're not going to want Manchester United to negotiate. So that's obvious. And they can't buy. So they can't bring in a replacement for him. Why would you want to let your player go? One of your best players go. And I think they're trying to force Antoine Griezmann to hand in that transfer request, to force a move to Manchester United. I think this move now is all on Antoine Griezmann. Because if he comes out and says he wants to leave, he forces that move. I know he's been cock teasing us with the 6 out of 10s and all that. And we've heard the correspondent from Atletico Madrid say he has handed in a transfer request. But if he goes public and wants to force a move, I think it will happen. If United meet the buyout clause, I think it will happen. If United try and haggle over it, I'm not 100% sure. Because if Atletico Madrid aren't going to get the best deal, then is Antoine Griezmann going to try and force that move? I'm not 100% sure. We've got almost 600 people in here. So make sure you keep hitting that like button. Make sure you keep hitting that subscribe button as well if you haven't already. We've got 200 likes on the stream at the moment. Can we get it to 250 by the end? Encore. Sorry, mate. I'm really shit with names. I used to call Adnan Januzaj. I'm shit with names. Just got to deal with it. Ron, you did tell me yesterday about the transfer ban. I didn't want to jump at the rumours because obviously we had to wait for the confirmation to come out. But you are right. You did confirm that yesterday for us. Where did you get the inside scoop from on that one, eh? So yeah, as I was saying, Atletico Madrid's ban stands. We've heard the brief coming out in the press all day today that United have called their interest. And then we've seen online a whole load of panic over whether this move is or isn't going to happen. What I would tell you guys to do is what Nigel said earlier. Relax a little bit. It's the 1st of June, guys. We've got so much time ahead of us. And I think, look, I think the Griezmann move will happen. Like I said, I don't know the inside scoop. If it doesn't happen, don't blame me. But I think it will happen. All the signs seem to suggest that the move is the right move. But I think this transfer ban could delay things a little bit more. I think it could delay things a little bit more. Abdullah, I do apologise if you're offended by the Chicago Bulls jersey. L'Equipe also said today that Manchester United's brief that came out, United calling interest, and all the other stuff that has gone on around it was just a ploy to speed up the deal. So United are saying, look, pulling out. Maybe they're trying to get that fee knocked down a little bit. Maybe they don't want to pay as close to Paul Pogba's fee. Maybe they want to pay a little bit less. I don't know why people do these kind of things, because you know what? What's 5 million to Manchester United? 85 million, 90 million. What's the difference? But look, it's best for the club to get the best deal. Antoine Griezmann will want Atletico to get the best deal. And with this ban hanging over their heads, they are definitely going to drag their heels. Andy Mitten, who usually knows his stuff as well, also reported today that Antoine Griezmann is keen to join Manchester United. As I said, it's the 2nd of June, guys. Let's just relax a little bit, yeah? And these things will happen. But like I said, to you guys complaining at me doing this video, I'm doing these videos just to talk about the reports that are out there. I'm not validating these reports by doing this video. Just because I mentioned this report in my video, it doesn't mean I think it's true. It's just simply there for us to debate. So, like I said, conflicting reports about David de Gea, £60 million bid rejected, and then no bid has been received, and then United are confident he's staying. We've had all that stuff about de Gea. We've had all the stuff about Griezmann, the advert, United saying they're not interested anymore. United are interested in other players. Atletico Madrid saying he's not for sale. Griezmann saying it's in the president's hands. We've had all this stuff, so let's just relax. We've seen it all before. And anyway, look, if United do or don't sign Antoine Griezmann, I'm quietly confident that we will have a good summer, because Jose Mourinho's transfer business has been spot on. It's been absolutely spot on. Exactly governed. Reporting is not condoning. Thank you guys for the comments as well. Agusia, sorry if I said that wrong. Thank you for your nice comments. Jack Rutter says, sign John Terry. Listen, never, never, never signing John Terry. Anchor, because I don't know your name, I'll just call you Mr. Dahal. Lee, I weren't getting trolled in that FTD 3-in 3-out video. I was doing the trolling. I was trolling you all. Or was I? Was I or wasn't I? I'm not sure myself. So yeah, guys, I'm going to hit up some of your questions now, but let me just recoup the latest on David de Gea. Sky say 60 million bid rejected. BBC, MEN, Telegraph say no bid received. And then the Times say United insist he's not leaving and he's happy. To summarise all of that, I wouldn't be surprised if Dave left, and I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed. But what I would encourage United, because we know they watch this channel, right? Maybe not. I would encourage United to drag their heels, reject as many bids as possible, and see what David de Gea does. Because I don't believe he's the kind of guy to force a deal. So let's test him. Antoine Griezmann, we've heard all the stuff about 6 out of 10, then he's handed in a transfer request, and then United would rather sign Mbappe or Morata. And then United have called their interest today. It's simply everywhere. It's been briefed everywhere. So a lot of conflicting reports over this as well. I believe that's down to Atletico Madrid's ban. Because that ban stands and they cannot buy players, they're obviously going to drag their heels. They don't want to sell one of their best players. That's obviously going to happen. But I'm still confident a deal can be reached. As I said, I'm not too sure on the inside scoop, but I am confident it can be reached. So you guys fasting like Ahmed, good luck. Keep going, man. Keep going. You can keep pushing through to the end as well. And if you can't, there's a new video up on Full Time Devils which you can go and check out after this, which should keep you busy for another bit of time as well. And L'Equipe saying all that news is simply a ploy to speed up the deal. And Mitten says the player's still keen to join Manchester United. So what will happen? I'm not too sure. I still think Griezmann will be wearing our number 7 shirt next season. But the main thing to do is not panic. It's only June the 2nd, so let's relax. Let's relax. And remember, guys, I've got you covered here and on Full Time Devils throughout the summer. So let's get some of your questions in. Depay return, says Doug. I can't see that happening yet. I would love it to happen in the future because that means he's teared it up elsewhere. But I don't think it will happen. Thank you for getting involved, Zane. Fabinho, says Arish. I spoke briefly about Fabinho yesterday and I realised I quoted his age wrong. I didn't realise he was so young. Fabinho, could he be the replacement to Antonio Valencia? Now the thing that I don't understand with Fabinho is, if he comes in, then what is he going to do? Because Antonio Valencia is surely still going to be our number one right back next season. We know Fabinho can play DM and right back. I would rather us have someone else in that DM position. Is Fabinho going to be happy to be a squad player? I'm not 100% sure. But what is great is that we do need to strengthen our squad in other areas. We've got Champions League football next season. Yes, say it again. We've also got FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League. Hopefully we'll be fighting on 4 fronts for most of the season. And if that's the case, we do need a big squad. We're 7 likes away from 250 at the moment. We've had 7 dislikes as well. But get 7 more likes on there. Can we hit 250? Any more questions? It is June the 1st, isn't it? Fuck's sake. What's going on with my head today? My thoughts on Mbappe, says Mr. Dahal. I'm saying Mr. Dahal this time. My thoughts on Mbappe. I think he's a fantastic player. That's not what I'm thinking about at the moment. I'm thinking about whether we would sign him or not. Because I see Martial's future as a number 9. I see Marcus Rashford's future as a number 9. So regardless of what's going on with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, why do we need another young striker in Mbappe? Why can't we play Martial? Why can't we play Rashford? That's what I want to see. So that's my opinions on that one. Any more questions? It's June the 2nd in Nepal. It is. So I'm right there. I'm right in like 3/4 of the world, I'm guessing. Or 1/4 of the world. I'm right with the time. Why not Lukaku, says Ron. I've seen a great description. Now, as you guys know from the past, I'm a huge Romelu Lukaku fan. I've wanted him to sign for United for a while. But someone, yes, Ross is back. Someone described him on Twitter as, sometimes when I see him, he looks like Didier Drogba. And other times when I see him, he looks like Emil Heskey. And it's totally bang on. But having said that, people say Harry Kane's better than Romelu Lukaku. And I think based on what we've seen so far from the 2 players, I think that's a fair argument, because it looks like Harry Kane delivers more consistently. But also Harry Kane has been playing in a much better side with much better players for a longer time. So he's obviously going to have better performances. So I think Romelu Lukaku in a bigger team, in a better team, would be a bigger handful. The only downside to it is, what's going on with Marcus Rashford then? Is he going to be stuck out wide? I'm not too sure. Signing another young number 9 just worries me a little bit, because Marcus Rashford's a huge talent. I don't want to centre-back, says Ryan. Ryan, do you think Jones and Smalling are staying? Because I think one will leave. Wilksy just randomly says sugar tits, which is nice. Harjeet says Alexis Sanchez. It would be nice to sign Alexis Sanchez just to see the meltdown outside the Emirates. But at the same time, I can't see that one happening. Rumours linking him with Manchester City and Bayern Munich, which is very interesting. Wonder what he will do. Harry Kane is a baller, says Boss YS. This being filmed on a potato. I've got a good stream, to be honest. Mine is HD. Maybe your internet connection is a little bit poor. Or maybe you just need to change the settings on your YouTube, mate. Because my stream's absolutely fine. Someone said talk about Lindelof now. I seen a quote, 96 million euro deal. Are you taking the piss? 96 million euro. You better be Rio Ferdinand has jumped in a time machine and come back, because 96 million euro deal for Victor Lindelof. Look, he may be a fantastic player, but surely there's better centre halves out for that money. Having said that, I trust Jose Mourinho's judgment in the transfer market. And let's be real, yeah. Money in the game is absolutely ridiculous at the moment. Anyway, guys, I've done half an hour now. We've even got some Swansea City fans in here. Welcome. Good night, Mr. Dahal. Are you off to sleep? Guled says sign Van Dijk and partnering with Bailly. That could be a good signing. Nigel wants James Rodriguez. Gula says thoughts on Van Dijk. I think he's a talented player, good centre half. Adam is the red-eyed Jedi. I must be blazed. I'm not blazed today, mate. Maybe later, maybe later. 96 mil for him and Samodo, says Kwamdeman. Sorry if I said that right. Okay, so 96 mil includes Semedo. How good is Semedo? I don't know a lot about him. Just being honest. I'm not going to pretend to know something about someone that I clearly do not. Anyway, guys. I have been Adam McKola. This has been Adam McKola TV. You guys have been absolute legends. Ryan, goodbye. VJ Deep, Tom, Shane, Shinjin, Zane, everybody, thank you for joining us today. I hope you've been well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like, comment and share as well. We're so close to 300 likes at the moment, so make sure you hit that like button. And of course, if you missed this, then if you missed this live, then of course, where were you? Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, and you'll get the notifications the next time I am live. Thank you for joining us though, guys. Thank you for subscribing, Jack, as well. Always great to have new subscribers on board. And of course, the old ones, I absolutely love you, including you, Craig, Timo, Vabav, Rifaz, Adam, and Trix and Run. Anyway, I've been Adam McKola, and we are out of here.